Hey guys, what is up? Is Reaper Jinkai here. And I wanted to do a real quick update video with some content with it. So this is an update with what's the word I'm looking for? A review. Sorry. So for the real quick update, we'll get that out of the way real quick. My mom has started working early mornings, and we have paper thin ceilings, as you can probably see. Like, there's this up here, and above that, there's, like, I don't know how it's structurally sound. It's not much. Like, there's about 2 to 3 feet of just empty space, and then there's a thin floor above that. So, I don't even know if this is going to wake her up. I really hope it doesn't. But I tend to get louder in videos and stuff like that, so I don't want to wake her up. So, that is why Dark Rising hasn't been up that much. On top of that, the grinding's killing me. It's like every episode. So I'm going to try and find a more... I'm going to try and work into my schedule at time to where I can record that. Hopefully that works out. If it doesn't, well, poop. But yeah, that's it for the update. Now let's get on to the review. Now I wanted to do a review because this last night I really wanted to record, but I couldn't, obviously, and I was like, well, how about I just tell you guys what I'm doing instead, because I won't get as hyped, hopefully I won't get as loud, hopefully everything works out. So what I played was Sword Art Online Lost Song, I believe. Yeah, Lost Song. And this is a sequel to Sword Art Online Broken Fragment, which I didn't know existed until I just literally found a YouTube video on it. I haven't played the first one. Obviously, I didn't know it existed. But I've seen like 5 minutes of the video, and the guy showed the customization and the art and everything like that. It looks like a beautiful game. Lost Song's a very beautiful game too. So I think I'm going to give you my rating on it, and then explain why it got that rating. So I would give the sequel 3.5 out of 5. So a little bit more above average. Like it's not a bad game. So I'm gonna try and not ruin as much of this game as I can help. But the first problem I saw was the beginning of the game is super easy. Like, the bosses take a minute, if that. The bosses are just pansies. And then you eventually get to a power spike in the bosses and stuff like that. And it gets better. Kind of. The quests, at first I was kind of confused on how they worked, because you'll just get this red dot on your main map that tells you where to go, but sometimes it's not there, and it's because you're not on the right map. But there's nothing telling you that you're on the wrong map. So there's only 2 maps to begin with, but as you get later into the game, I can see where that's going to become a problem. Because as you unlock 5, 10, 15, 20 maps, however many there are, and you're not in the right area for the next quest, you literally have to go map hopping until you get the right quest. Or you get to the right area that has the quest. Something I liked about it was you can change the outfits of the characters. And where there is a few perverted ones, this is an anime, there are the swimsuits and the bath towels and the schoolgirl outfits. I have used I've seen what they look like, but I don't use them because I think the armor looks more badass. You can either choose the outfits that they wear in the game. You can choose their original outfits. If there was a collab with another game show, even if it was for one episode, you can unlock their outfits, and you also unlock their outfits and stuff through these really fun quests, or even cutscenes sometimes. Like there's one to Asuna is teaching Lifa and Kirito how to cook, and at the end you get a really funny cutscene, but at the end you get Asuna's original outfit from when they were trapped in Ironclad? I forget what it's called. But her original outfit from the original series. One thing I was really looking forward to was you could create your own character. And you could play around as that character instead of one of the main characters. But the problem with that is the customization is extremely limited. Like, you get 2 hairs, can't change the color of them, 2 skin colors, no modification to body shape, and then you get to pick from 3 voices. And on top of that, if you know anything about Sword Art Online, this takes place in Elfheim, I think it's what it's called. It's the second series with all the fairies and stuff. Or first season, second half. So you can choose from the different fairy races. But the problem is, depending on what fairy race you pick, depends on what your gender is. For example, Kirito, the main character, if you don't know, is a Spriggan. I love wearing black. And the Spriggans wear all black. But my first real character, I like playing as a male. I like naming them Reaper, and that's normally who I play the most. Well, the Spriggans can only be female. So I was like, well, that doesn't go with my plan, so I went with an imp. And imps can only be male, and they're big and bulky, which I had to pick. Do I want to go with the gender, or do I want to go with the general body shape I like? And I went with the gender just because imps are purple. I like purple. I can deal with it. But yeah, the customization has really let me down. When you unlock the customization and stuff like that, it really let me down too. So the main goal of the game is there's the plot is there's new content added into their online game. And you are trying to go through the added content to find out everything that there is. And there's a different island for each one. So you have to go through these islands to beat the game. I've only completed the first island, and that's when you unlock character customization. You have to unlock the second island to get it. I think that's when you unlock multiplayer too. And that's like 50 to 60 levels into the game. It's like, I gotta be level 160, because you start at level 100 for some reason, to get my own character. And then my character's level 145, so I have to grind him up a good 15 levels before I can even go to the next area. And then the last thing about the game that I'll talk about is, if you remember when I said that the bosses in the beginning were really easy, well, they don't get, other than that they take longer because of more health, they don't get harder later on. Like, a very important boss, I'm not going to say which one it is, spawns, and you have your group of 3, and you're fighting it, and it has like 5 bars of health. It's got quite a bit of health. But I just flew behind it, and it never hit me. And then the mid-mission boss to unlock this boss spawns 4 enemies. And they all spam this combo attack, and it dropped my whole team. So the mid-mission boss was harder than this end of the mission boss. I almost said final boss, but that's not correct. It's just the end of the mission boss. Since this is a review, I should probably talk about the combat. The combat's, for what you see in the show, it's really nice. Because it's an RPG, but it's not a normal RPG to where it's like, if they swing at you, you have to use your dodge chance to dodge. If you've ever played an RPG, you know what you're talking about. What I'm talking about. If you haven't, I know this isn't the case for all RPGs, but generally how RPGs work is, even if it's free roaming or something like that, if something swings at you, if they complete the animation, they are either going to hit you or they are not, depending on your dodge chance and depending on your luck and so on and so forth. In this game, they actually have to make physical contact with you, which might be why I find the bosses like they're not getting any harder on 3-on-1 scenarios, because I just stand behind the boss and tank and spank. And by tanking, I mean I dash out of the way of every attack. Which, I mean, I kind of like it too, because I've had enemies that have dodged my sword skills. And that's irritating, but it's like, you know what? I used it too far away. I should have used it to where I knew it was going to hit. And then I've had enemies that haven't touched me because I just dance around them. But it's a very smooth game. I like it so far. I haven't played enough to give it, like, well, they did this wrong here, and they didn't follow this here, and all of this is gone, and it's like, I don't have enough knowledge on it to give it that. I will say I believe none of it is canon. I don't think it is, at least. But yeah, other than that, great game. If you're looking for an RPG that is a little bit different, and you can fly and stuff like that, if you're looking for a free roaming RPG with characters that have backstory and are pretty well developed, well, they were in a show, of course they are, and if you like team building, because you get like 20 to 30 characters, probably not that much, but you get a lot of characters, and you can only take three of them with you at a time. So far, I have taken Kirito, the main character, and I take Asuna because she's a healer, and I actually have her high enough that she knows Resurrection now, so that saves me a butt ton of money. And then I kind of switch out the third person depending on what I need. Right now I have Yuki, and she does a lot of damage. So that's why I have her there, because then we have 2 aggressors and 1 support. Sometimes I'll switch her out for Lifa because the extra spells are nice, or I'll switch her out for Klein because that rusher's nice every once in a while. And really, those are the only people I've used so far. I really haven't played around with too many people. Like I said, I just got the game yesterday. I want to say thank you to my beautiful girlfriend for getting me the game for our 2-year anniversary yesterday. And yeah, this game just came out 2 days ago, and I was thinking of buying it, but she got it for me for our anniversary, so it's such a beautiful thing. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you want me to do stuff like this in the future, to where I'm just talking about stuff that I'm doing, because clearly in this time I didn't have enough time to grind and play the game, so I've done a little bit more grinding, but we're getting to the point in the game to where the grinding is going to take like 2 days, which isn't fun. But anyways, But yeah, if you guys want to see more stuff of just games I'm playing or stuff I do, let me know. I have no problem showing it off. And obviously, I'm a PlayStation 4 player. If you guys play any games, you want to know if I play it and want to hook up one day and just play, go ahead. I might not. But I will talk to you guys later because I'm starting to ramble. Peace.